Today's video is going to be a really quick one. It's going to be a how to clean your bike for beginners episode. It's not a paid post by Pedlet. Pedlet is a company that sent me a whole bunch of biodegradable bike cleaning products, and they said to me, look, we'll send you this stuff, try it out, see if you like it. And so I thought I'd put it in a video and show you guys that this stuff is available on the market, at least the Australian market anyway. But it'll be more of a general bike cleaning vlog anyway. So hope you guys enjoy this. So that's the bike wash, that's the degreaser. This is just some general hand cleaner to finish wash your hands off with. And then this is equivalent to Mr. Sheen, all right? Now, I love this brush. That's a sick brush. I don't know what this thing's for. I think that's for cleaning your chain ring. And obviously that's for cleaning your chain. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna put the degreaser in a spray bottle that I've got up there. And then I read the website, I went to the website, they've got all these little tips and tricks, so let's go. So I'll use a spray bottle that you can get at most hardware stores. Make sure you change the label on the bottle though. Hanny's not going to be impressed that I'm using a water bottle that she uses to spray down the plants with. But this is a good option if you're going to reuse the bottle for degreaser, and then you just put a little bit of the bike wash. Use pretty hot water, like as hot as you can handle to touch. And then spray down your drive train. That's the right word, drive train. All over. I generally spray the whole bike down with degreaser if I haven't washed the bike for a while, but focus on the drive train, your cassette and your chain, and get most of the gunk off. And you'll repeat this like 3 or 4 times usually, just to get all of the gunk off. So I spray it down. You can see that's a really hardcore jet happening. That's a bit dangerous because you can get water in your hub and your bottom bracket, so you want to try to avoid that. Use a shower mode. Now, I've actually never used one of these little chain cleaners before, so you just put a little bit of degreaser inside it, turn the chain backwards. Look, it did a pretty good job. The only reason I'm using it was supplied by the Pedlet boys. But yeah, it was okay. It was okay. So then I give the bike a good wash down. As you can see here, that brush was pretty sick. That was one of the one they supplied me. It's probably the best thing I've ever used to wash a bike with. So I give the bike a good wash down, and then I repeat this whole process again. I go through, I degrease it all again, get the brush, wash the bike down, and if there's any stuff on the bike, I redo it. Now, I often get a shower head with the shower option and the jet option. You can see here I'm using the jet, but it's always better to use the shower option, so that way you don't get water in the bottom bracket and the hub body. Now this is a little curvy brush. This was actually awesome because you want to get the gunk off the little Durace little chain. What are those things called? But you just want to get in the nooks and crannies and get as much grease out. So you can see here I'm redoing the inside with degreaser, and then using that little chain thing that came. This is another thing I've never used before. This was really cool. This got right in those little bits and pieces there. And quite often you have to take the cassette off to get it really clean, but that little tool was pretty cool. So then you wash all your stuff off, and the secret here is to keep everything in the bucket, all together. So all your bike cleaning gear, you empty the bucket out, and then keep everything in the same bucket, and then you just keep it in the shed, and then that way if you ever need to clean the bike again, it's all there, okay? Now, I normally use Mr. Sheen, but this is the Pedlet bike version of Mr. Sheen, and they gave me these little rags as well. These guys, they're on the money. Now, this Mr. Sheen Pedlet stuff was actually awesome. It brought the bike up beautifully. It's a matte black bike, which people would argue why you're doing a matte black, sheening up a matte black bike, but it made the bike look amazing. So I was actually pretty impressed with this stuff. Okay, so in summary, cleaning your bike. Personally, I prefer cleaning as a chore. Cleaning my bikes is a real chore for me. So I will do anything that'll make my life easier. Now, personally for me, what I'll do is I'll get a can of degreaser or even the Pedlet degreaser, and I'll degrease my bike down at one of those car auto places where you can just put in $2 or $1, get the spray thing, spray your bike down, it's done. Like, it's a really high powered jet. That's not necessarily good. Any mechanic will tell you that's not great for your bottom bracket. It's not great for the the hubs and the bearings and things like that. But personally, that's what I prefer to do. But having said that, all that stuff is great. Like, it's biodegradable. The actual degreaser was really good. I mean, I got the degreaser on the chain. It's completely schmick now. The brushes and stuff, I love the big brush. I love the chain, the actual cassette brush. The actual chain cleaner, that blue thing that I was using, I'm not really into them. They're sort of they're more messing around personally. I find they're more messing around than they are anything else. But if you wanted to use them, it worked pretty well. Like, after I used that, the chain came up pretty schmick, and they've got the little brushes inside. But I just found it too fiddly to get on and off. And, you know, for me, it's just a superfluous thing. I'd rather just get a brush on the train. So what else? What else can I tell you? The main thing really when it comes to cleaning your bike is you need to make sure that you're not getting high pressure water into joints, okay? Because it just wears your stuff out really quickly. The other key thing is, after you wash your bike, make sure you lube all of the things that turn and move and bend and, you know, so on and so forth. You sort of get some sort of lubricant on them and make sure that you really look after your bike after you wash it, and try to wash your bike regularly. I don't. You know, I really shouldn't be preaching that. But, you know, I may be washing my bike in winter, you know, maybe once a week, if that, if I'm riding a lot. But you should be washing it, you know, after every wet ride. So, or at least spraying the bike down. But anyway, if you guys have got any tips, any advice for beginners washing their bikes, put it in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.